That story is never going to be washed away. It will forever be with us.
A poignant moment for Kiana Jones as she looks at her work at Black Lives Matter Plaza.
It's bittersweet, right?
She painted the 2-block stretch on 16th Street Northwest in June 2020. The space was created after the death of George Floyd as a place for both protests and healing.
That's what art is about. It's about creating. It's about having hard conversations, and you can create again. So it's never gone forever.
In a statement on Tuesday, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser said the district will paint over the mural that stands 1 block from the White House. Today, she explained why.
We have bigger fish to fry than fights over what has been very important to us and to their history, and especially in our ability to keep our city safe during that time. That mural played a very important part.
Kiana, who is a Southeast D.C. native, understands the mayor's decision.
People have been losing jobs. There have been budget cuts. There's been a lot that's been going on. And to have to fight for this and potentially lose a lot of funding that we definitely need right now, I understand that we have to make a choice, and sometimes art may not be it.
So at this moment, Kiana is choosing to reflect on the impact that her work made.
It speaks for itself. People travel the world to see this.
Including civil rights leader and former Georgia Congressman John Lewis, who made his last public appearance at Black Lives Matter Plaza in June 2020 before he died 1 month later.
It's a moment in history that can't be erased. I'm so honored and grateful to be a part.
She says while her work may be washed away physically, it will always be a part of her spirit that she leaves in her hometown.
Yeah, it can't be washed out. Exactly. Can't wash me out, baby.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. And what we have here is peace, healing, and all around good things, because Black Lives Matter is no more. It is gone. It is vanquished. And we can all thank that to the DC mayor getting rid of it, removing the mural. And it is a great thing to have, because I do not like Black Lives Matter. I have never liked Black Lives Matter. They are a corrupt, evil organization, and all they do is run very violent protests, or I would say riots, and all that. So it's not like Black Lives Matter has been liked. They were liked for approximately maybe 4 to 5 months to have a year at best. And then after that, pretty much the people wanting to support Black Lives Matter was increasingly low, and it's still very low. It's even the majority actually oppose Black Lives Matter because, they're just not a good organization. They're a corrupt, evil organization, and it's not to be very much surprised for. So, without further ado, we have this here, where we have racist grifter Roland Martin crying about the Black Lives Matter situation and how like it's just bad, and the Republicans are being evil, what have you. It's just really, really stupid. And Roland Martin is a disgrace to humankind. And if we could revoke his black card, I think that would be very much appreciated.
Invite students and artists to create new murals across all 8 wards. The mural inspired millions and helped our city through a very painful period, reflecting on how the Black Lives Matter mural became a symbol during the protests against police brutality in 2020. But now we can't afford to be distracted by meaningless congressional interference. The devastating impacts of the federal job cuts must be our #1 concern. Our focus is on economic growth, public safety, and supporting our residents affected by these cuts. That was the statement that she released. I just got to go ahead and say it. That's a bullshit statement, Mayor. It's a bullshit statement. What you should be saying, Mayor Bowser, is Republicans, how dare you always talk about big government? How dare you always talk about local control? And now you want to tell the residents of D.C., who are not a state, who are taxpayers, who give their lives to this country, you're now telling us how we must conduct ourselves in this country. This is where the mayor should be rallying D.C. residents to let this Republican and Republican leadership know. In fact, what her statement should be saying is that I call House Speaker Mike Johnson to say, don't allow this to move forward. Don't bring it up as a bill. This is the capitulation I'm talking about. Liberty Plaza? That's what they want? What this is, we gonna make y'all do whatever it is we want y'all to do. Bend over. Do what we want. We can run it. That's all this is. They not fooling us. We know what they're trying to do. They've always used Washington, D.C. for their own purposes. They've always done that.
Roland Martin's a fool. What he doesn't seem to understand is that the majority of the country now actually does not like Black Lives Matter. It is a terrible, terrible organization. People have learned of what's been happening here, and it's just not great. And Black Lives Matter is also very, very divisive. It doesn't really help with unity at all. Rename it to Liberty Plaza makes a lot more of a unification type name than, I don't know, Black Lives Matter that's trying to only divide and put one group of people in place here. And that's my problem. We have so far and for so long have really wanted to put up one race of people up higher than the others and claim they're all victims or what have you. Now, I, as a black person, do not really condone Black Lives Matter at all. In fact, as I said before, I hate it. And I don't want my race to be uplifted to something higher standard just because. That's insanity to me. So I would rather my race just be, I don't know, like everybody else. We're no better or no worse than any other race. It just so happens, for whatever reason, black people have to have their lives or their race uplifted constantly to prove that we're just, we're so oppressed. We're victims when we're not. And it is a good thing that the mayor has decided to not do this because she decided to remove the mural. And it's all in great happiness, right? We love it so. And of course, we have this as well, where we go to this place here, Civics IQs, and you can see here that 44% oppose Black Lives Matters as of now, and 41% support, and 14% neither support nor oppose. So you have that there. Now, here's the thing. When we have this here we have this here, right? So it wasn't too far, even here. We go back to 2017, you have 42% people still opposing it, right? This was back in 2017. So it's not really changing. And support is slowly gaining in 2018, a little bit here. And then in 2019, still 5% higher. But it's not like a huge increase of people. Now, in 2020, you see this here, right? Where it starts to go a little bit higher, quite a bit more. And then you have this here, 42% in George Floyd, and it jumps up to 52% and when the George Floyd hits. But notice, guys, notice this. For the longest time, it was mostly opposed for quite a while, and it wasn't really that much further up to the support. Until, getting to 2019 to even 2020. And then we have this here where it's a massive support, and then what happened? Oh, well, I guess the George Floyd riots happened. And then all of a sudden, it went from 42% to a massive whopping to 49%. And ever since then, it has steadily declined, and the opposed grew, and the support dropped. And what we have now here is that 44% now oppose it as of current time. And it's most likely going to get worse, right? Black Lives Matter is not something that people want. And Roland Martin here is an idiot that's trying to bring this back movement like everybody wants it. No. More people don't want it, and it's never been incredibly favorable in the first place. I mean, even if you go look at Derek Chauvin, like this here when he's been convicted, I mean, it was even still only a 6% increase. And the Aubrey shooting verdicts, this didn't change anything either. If anything, it actually decreased. So the point of the matter is that nobody cares for Black Lives Matter, at least not a whole swapping of them. And I'm telling you, if Black Lives Matter goes out and does more crimes, you're only going to have more people opposing them. This is the reason why when the liberals go out and commit these crimes or attacking people, etc. Expect that people are not going to end up liking you, all right? Because when you are go out or destroying things, hurting people, etc., it's not going to have a great benefit, and this is the cause. And Roy Martin is a bloody fool. He is a bloody fool, and we have people, crying or whatever about it. But the point of the matter is that nobody cares. Nobody wants Black Lives Matter, and I've always hated this organization. It's been corrupt since the beginning, and people need to start realizing that. All right, and the far left is just crying. You love to see it. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. We love to see it. Black Lives is now over. It is the end of an era, and we couldn't be any happier for it. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.